Hey you guys, welcome to Sunshine Haze. I am Aja A. And as you see tarot cards on your screen, you guys know it's time for a new moon reading. This time around we are doing the lunar cycle in Libra. I said that weird. We're doing the Libra lunar cycle. So we're talking about mid-October to mid-November, which sounds like hella crazy because I swear it was just January. But yes, if you want some more information or some, just some general information on what type of energy we'll be working with collectively for the next month going into mid-November, go on and check out my video on the new moon in Libra. I do have a link down in the description box below to a playlist. I'm sorry, just kidding. I have a link down in the description box below to that video, and then this video is for my fellow Cancers, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. And if you feel like what I'm saying in this video is not resonating with you, that means this video ain't for you. This is a general reading, so it's not going to touch everybody's little heart and spirit. But, if you're listening and you're like, nah, this ain't it, go on and check out your moon and or rising sign. I do have that playlist down in the description box. I have a link to it. Also, what else should you guys watch? We're having Venus in retrograde. Venus is retrograding right now, also in Libra and Scorpio, but currently in Scorpio. So I checked that video out too, because Venus is going to affect us quite a bit. Cancer, you just had a card fall out. What is that? You've got something jumping out, a message right off bat, and let's see what it's all about. You got the Three of Fire falling out of the deck here, and this card talks about taking a leap of faith. Also talks about losing your direction. So Cancer, I think this card pops up coming in, especially because we're under an air lunar cycle, of thinking about, and because it's Libra, thinking about like, are you where you truly desire to be, or are you just kind of getting along in life? And if you are just kind of, trucking along, now might be the time for you to take a leap of faith, take a sacrifice, and just do something that you've never done before, or take that opportunity that's been presented to you that you feel like you maybe needed to prepare for, but you really won't have time to. Very interesting. This is also a Capricorn message, not this card, but very similar message for Capricorn. And that's just interesting for me because I am a Capricorn rising and Cancer Sun and Cancer Moon. So let's see what else is popping off for you guys. Okay, Cancer. What was I saying? Okay, so this video is for you. If it's not rocking with you, go on and check out the other video. Watch the Venus retrograde video, the new moon in Libra video, and then also your moon and rising sign if you feel the urge to do so. This is going to be the typical new moon spread that I always do, 5 cards. I'm going to be looking at the energy for us, Cancer, coming in or going through the Libra lunar cycle mid-October to mid-November. Also going to be looking at any crossing energies. And because we are talking about Libra, we'll be looking at where we need to incorporate a little bit more love into our lives or into our energy. And then also looking at where we need to create the self card. And I was just talking about, have you lost sense of self? And then you got the alignment card. Yo, it's lit. It's lit. Okay, Cancer, what's popping? What we got going down? Okay. We're talking about Libra, where you need to bring in a little bit more balance or harmony into your life. And then as always, a little soul message, something extra to take away with you after the reading, okay? Let's finish shuffling these cards. I'm shuffling away because I'm like, listen, I need to know. Please help me get my life together. Please give me some insight. Y'all, Virgo lunar cycle took me the fuck out. That's all I have to say. And not even in a sense where I was just like down and out, but like life got so crazy to me, and it wasn't even on like a extremely chaotic scale. It was just like, wow, like, am I in a fucking movie? Like, did that really just happen? Like, who wrote this? That's what the Virgo lunar cycle was like to me, and I'm just completely blown. But, so I'm like, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Give me the messages, please, please, please. Okay, I think we're good. I'm going to shuffle one more time, but this card has been popping up all day. This is my confirmation card. Whatever game I'm finna kick to y'all and me, myself, Cancer, it might be pretty important. Might be a message. All right. I don't know why I'm so nervous. What are these cards finna say? High Priestess came out with a lot of pressure. Nah, let's see what's popping for us. Wow. How are we crossing ourselves? That's us. That's the Chariot card. Okay, we're gonna get to that. I'm shocked we didn't get the Fountain card. Shocked we didn't get the Fountain card, but that's okay. I'm just shocked. Almost like everybody else in this particular lunar cycle had the Fountain card either in the crossing energy or sitting on the bottom of the deck. But you know what? It's cool. It's cool. We ain't got to talk about cycles. We can talk about how we're just our own biggest burden right now. We can do that. Whatever. Nah, it's okay. We're going to actually talk about that because I feel like that is actually what's been going down, and we need to address that, Cancer. I need to address that. So I'm sure if I'm feeling like that, some of you guys are probably feeling that way too. Okay. We've got the Self card coming up at the heart of our reading. And remember, we had that 3 of Fire come out, which was talking about, you know, losing your way and, you know, are you doing what makes you truly happy? Are you in alignment? You got the Self card. We've got the Self card coming up here. And this card talks about having unlimited potential. This card comes in, this is the energy that we're supposed to be tapping into during this Libra lunar cycle. So this card is coming up as a reminder, Cancer, to say, hey, no matter what's been going down, understand that you have the power, you have the fire in your fingertips, you have the flow of the water, you have the mental capacity of the air, and you have the stability of the earth underneath you. When you have the Self card coming up, you have all the elements within you or around you, okay? You have the potential to do whatever it is that you set your mind to, Cancer. Like, we can do it. And if you've been like me, you've been in this mind state of, you know, knowing what it is that you want to happen or being completely, like, confused as to what exactly it is that you want to play out. But with knowing, you've also probably been in this state of mind to where it's just like, oh, but am I capable of doing X, Y, and Z so that I can get to that point? That is the Chariot crossing you. The Chariot is our card, and it's all about strength and persevering, and we'll get to that in a second. Let's finish talking about the Self card, though. This card also talks about, you know, Cancer, sometimes we can be creatures of habit, although we are water signs. We can get very stuck in the way that we live our lives or the way that we like to live our lives, and with this card coming up, this card is a reminder to say, Cancer, life is ever-changing, which means that you are ever evolving along with it. So as things are shifting and changing for you, Cancer, I think this card is popping up to say, hey, as things change, as we go through this transformative time, we've got to change with it. Like, we can't be the same people we were yesterday because tomorrow is not going to be the same. So we've got to come with a different energy for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? The Self card also talks about coming into a position or coming into a time to where you are no longer allowing yourself to be defined or to be dictated by others' thoughts and others' notions for you. So this month for us, Cancer, is looking like this is going to be a time to where we may truly come into our own, really figure out what it is that we want to do or what we need to get done, and then really start putting the effort towards making it happen. And with that being said, we may come into positions to where we face obstacles where people are like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Or why are you doing shit like this? But you have to remember, Cancer, that it's all about you right now. We are the moms of the zodiac. So we are very nurturing. We are very loving. All we do is care about and nurture other people. So much so that we constantly forget to love and nurture ourselves. And I know, even if this video ain't resonating with you, Cancer, I know I hit the nail on the head for every single Cancer watching this video. We put out a lot of love and we forget to love ourselves. We forget to take care of ourselves. We forget to grow our own seeds. This card coming up in this position, Cancer, whatever you're about to get into, whatever you feel like your heart is pulling you to do, you do that shit. And as people come at you with their own ideas and with, you know, well, you should do this like that and you should do this like that, or maybe you should follow this path, understand that you cannot follow anybody else's path because you have to carve your own. Yeah, you can take advice from people. You can, you know, you can grab insight from others, but you cannot just follow them down their own path. Where is that going to take you but to doing what they're doing? And what are they doing? Not what's for you. You know what I'm saying, Cancer? So you've got to figure out what you want in your life. And I think that's what's going to come up during the cycle for you. And it's because we have Venus retrograding in Libra and Scorpio. It's retrograding in a water sign, so we are very much affected. You guys, my Venus is in water also. It's in Cancer. So this is really going to be a time to where we're shown like, hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I need to do. This is what I'm pulled to do. And I know people think I should be doing this or living life like that, but that doesn't resonate with me. And since I know what does resonate with me, I need to bring myself to a point to where I'm cultivating that. And that is going to be the energy coming in for us during this time. This is also going to be the energy that we're supposed to be trying to tap into during this time. If we don't see it coming in, it's because we're really resonating within our crossing energy. But the card of self, like, pave your way, Cancer. It's time for us to, you know, this past year, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but this past year has been interesting, to say the least. Like, I, at one point, did not believe in the quarter life crisis, but let me tell you, 25 and most of 26, I'm not too far into 26. 24 and 25, a little bit into 26, and this Venus retrograde is fucking me up right now too, but like, it's been crazy. So if you've been going through things, of course, with that 3 of fire coming out, you've probably felt like you've lost your way. You've probably felt like your true self and your true desires are a distant memory. The self card is saying, nope, you're going to bring yourself back into the point to where you understand your passions and understand your drive, and you understand what it is you're supposed to be falling into alignment with. And because you're now bringing yourself to this point, you'll also have the strength to say to other people and other, you know, other people and other people's mentalities and, you know, just the way that people believe that you should be functioning, you'll be able to say to them, hey, no, this is me, this is what I'm doing, and this is why. Or you may not even say why, but this is me and this is what I'm doing, and you're not going to be as affected as you used to be by it. Because we care about people so much, we tend to also care about what they think about us. And during this time, Cancer, I think it's time for you to tap into a little bit of some selfishness. And being selfish is not always a bad thing when you are selfless 95% of the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay to worry about you and worry about what it is that you want to do during this time. That's what you need to be figuring out, because it's time for a shift. It's time to come into some good shit, okay? We've got the Chariot card crossing us, and this is the card that talks about tapping into our own strength and being surrounded by a whole bunch of fuck shit. And this is a card that talks about being able to overcome our journey. So that's why I was saying, like, Cancer, you've probably been feeling like you've been being pulled through the ringers. This Chariot card is talking about going through obstacles, living life with a whole bunch of just nonsense and a whole bunch of external influences, creating a bunch of chaos in your life. And this is a crossing energy. So, but for Cancer, what I think this is, I don't think this is completely a current energy. I think it's a fading crossing energy, but because we're Cancers and we tend to be very nostalgic, we may be lending a lot of energy to dwelling on all of the chaos that came with this Chariot card when it first came in and as it remained. Trying to figure out why shit went wrong, and because we have that Libra air influence, that's going to be kind of really dictating our thoughts towards the things that kind of effed us off emotionally. Because, you know, Cancers, when we put our energy into something, whether it be people, whether it be our career, we are emotionally invested into it. So when things don't work out for us, we feel jaded. We do take it personally. That's just what it is. This Chariot card is just telling me that, you know, because I said I believe this is kind of a passing energy. Chariot card is telling me that we're going to be spending a lot of time trying to figure out why shit went wrong, and trying to process the hurt behind things failing or things, you know, disintegrating. But that is a crossing energy, and I think the important message right now, Cancer, is that we can't really tap too much into this, because right now we're not supposed to be thinking about the shit that happened outside of us or the things that happen with other people. Right now we're supposed to be thinking about ourselves and what we're supposed to be doing for us and what's supposed to be coming next.
I think the warranty on.
So yes, Cancer, this Libra lunar cycle is all about coming back into alignment with ourselves, with our higher selves, and figuring out what it is that we truly want to be doing. What do we love? How can we, with our little Cancer energy, how can we still help people and love others, but be doing what we like to do as opposed to, just going through the motions, okay? And that Chariot energy is our own energy crossing us. So Cancer, again, as I said earlier, like, you are your biggest burden, you are your biggest obstacle, and I can attest to that. Like, I have definitely been my own, antagonist. So with the Chariot card, Cancer, for us, I think it's very important for us to come out of our emotions, come out of our heads in regards to the shit that has happened to us or the shit that's gone down in regards to the things that we were emotionally invested in, and instead of dwelling on that, put a little bit more energy into what it is that we truly want and how we can get to that point, okay? All right, coming up next in this spread is on the side of where we need to incorporate a little bit more loving energy into our lives. And we've got the Queen of Coins coming up. And does that surprise me? Not in the least, because that card talks all about dedication and putting energy into our foundations and into the seeds that we've planted. And if you are anything like me and you resonate a lot in your water, sometimes it's really hard for you to become stable and become grounded and find stability. So Queen of Coins coming up in this position, talking about, put a little bit more love into your life. This really just means you need to devote a little bit more energy into this card. This talks all about your finances. This talks all about security. This talks about being confident and being resourceful. So whatever you've been doing, Cancer, has not been working. Of course, you see the Chariot card, our card crossing us. Whatever has been going down has not been working for you. Right now, during this Libra lunar cycle, and it works because we have this air influence coming in over us, so there's a little bit of clarity in our mental coming in. We really need to be devoting our energy to how are we going to, create a savings? How are we going to create stability? How are we going to secure the bag? That's really what's coming up for us and where we need to put a little bit more loving energy. And again, we had the Chariot as the crossing energy, so understand that the only obstacle in your way, Cancer, in our way, Cancer, would be ourselves. So, think about it. Are you doing everything that you could to make sure that you can make some money? Are you taking the time to do the research to figure out how you can make sure you have a good place to stay? Are you making sure that your relationships are, cool and copacetic? What are you doing to ensure that you are stable and you are grounded and that you are continuously giving this energy to the things that you need to give it to? For Cancer, I believe finances and stability are popping up the most with this card. I don't really get relationships. So devote a little bit more time and energy into, the job search, or devote a little bit more time and energy into moving yourself higher up along the ladder wherever you work, or take some time to make a financial plan, write out a budget, do something. It's time to start getting our shit together, and that is what the Queen of Coins coming up in that position is saying, okay? Now we get over to the side of where do you need to create some balance. And I think we had a message like this last month, which these shits be getting on my nerves, because sometimes the cards are like, yeah, I know you want an answer, but it's just divine timing. So you just have to wait. You got the Wheel of Fortune coming in where you need to create more balance. And you guys know that's a card of cycles. It's a card of things happening when they're supposed to happen and happening without you having any say-so. So how can you create balance, Cancer? You can't. You just have to, things are going to happen as they will. I think our message for last month, or a lot for the past few months, has been a lot of, slow and steady wins the race. Be patient. Just continue to put your energy into the things that you're supposed to put it into. And the Wheel of Fortune comes up kind of as like a confirmation of, just keep doing the work. You're doing okay. Things may not be playing out the way that you thought they would, or not as quickly as you thought they would, but understand that they're going to shift and they're going to change. And with this deck, the Wheel of Fortune is unexpected change. So it's not just about cycles. This card comes in and talks about, oh, something is going to happen for you that is going to come completely out of left field. And I think when that Three of Fire fell out earlier, when I was shuffling, that card does talk about, just taking the leap of faith. And I said, we might be presented with some sort of opportunity that we would like to take the time to prepare for, but really won't have that option, and you just kind of got to go for it. So Wheel of Fortune coming up. Where can you create balance? Unexpected change. When it comes in, go with it. Don't resist it. Don't resonate in that little Cancer homebody, I want to be comfortable. Nope, now is not the time to be comfortable. Now is the time to take a risk. We are underneath an air moon, so you kind of just got to go with the flow. Okay, Cancer? Whew, that was a mouthful, you guys. But I made it happen. Okay, last card in our spread is the 10 of Fire, and I like seeing that card because that is the card of alignment. I've been saying that a lot for a lot of these videos, and so I think that's a, hey Mooshi. Hey! Mooshi said, hey Cancers. Get your shit together, get aligned. This card talks about mastering your talents and your abilities, and then aligning them with yourself. And we have, again, we have the self card here, and then we have ourselves crossing us with the Chariot and the crossing energy. This card is all about, okay, we're talking about underneath this Libra moon, this Libra energy, what do you truly want to do? What do you truly want to do? What do you truly desire? What makes you happy? So since you know what makes you happy, I know what makes me happy. I was talking to you guys earlier, like I enjoy helping people through my cards or through, you know, making jewelry. I enjoy writing. I enjoy making films. So if you know what it is that you love or what it is that you want to do, now is the time. This is in the soul message position. So it's like, hey, Cancer, reminder. And again, although we need to devote some energy to being stable with this Queen of Coins, like the most important thing here is to get back to our sense of self. Again, with that 3 of Fire, I said we kind of lost our way, and the self card is coming up as the main energy. So it's all about getting ourselves back into alignment. You have the alignment card on the bottom of the spread in the soul message position. So think about the things that you love, and instead of just saying, oh, I wish I could do this, devote your time and energy to those things during this lunar cycle. I had a reading recently, and then I've been seeing so many readings on YouTube, and my best friends is giving me readings. Like, you know, you just have to keep cultivating your craft. So Cancer, keep cultivating your craft, keep developing, keep growing, and by doing so, you'll be tapping into the energy that's going to bring about whatever this opportunity the Wheel of Fortune has coming in for you. And again, when the Wheel of Fortune opportunity comes in for you, Cancer, don't be a little introvert. Don't be like, let me think about it. You just got to be like, you know what? Let's just do it. I've been saying in a lot of these videos, my mom is always like, you know, what are you afraid of? Like, why aren't you, like, I don't know this to be you. So what's stopping you? What's holding you back? She tells me, hey, so why don't you just go out there and do it? If you don't like it, you can always go back to square one. So with the Wheel of Fortune, when the opportunity comes in, don't be afraid of it. When it comes, just take it. If you don't like it, or if it doesn't go well for you, just bring your ass back to the drawing board when you have the chance, okay? All right, Cancer. I hope those cards provided you with a little bit of insight, hopefully a lot of bit of insight. If you feel like you need a personal reading or a more in-depth reading, please feel free to shoot me an email. Yes, no, actually book a reading with me through my Etsy shop. But you can shoot me an email if you don't see any kinds of readings on my Etsy shop that you feel like would work for you. If you like this video, go on and hit the little thumbs up button down below for me. If you have any Cancer friends or people with Cancer placements in their chart, or if you know anybody trying to stalk their little Cancer boyfriends or girlfriends, go on and send them this video. Help them live their best lives. What else? I said like. If you have any questions or comments, go on and drop them down below. I do. Hey, Mooshi. Hey. You have a question or comment? Yes. Mooshi said, hey guys, I'll answer your questions. If you have a question or comment, drop it down below. I do check my channel every day. I'll respond to you so long as it's positive. If it's not positive, I'll probably just delete it, because Mercury is not in fire right now, so I'm chilling. I won't be cussing anybody out in my comments this month. Like, comment. If you're still listening to me talk, oh, I forgot I split the video. I was like, this is only 9 minutes long. No, I don't know how many minutes in we are. But if you're still listening to me talk, go on and hit the subscribe button so you can keep up with when I put out new tarot videos, new videos about the different lunations, you know, retrogrades, whatever I feel inclined to talk about. And like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out all the videos I talked about at the beginning of the video. The new moon in Libra, the Venus retrograde. Watch the Venus retrograde video because Venus is here to fuck everybody's life up. And I don't know why you'd still be watching, but if you felt like this video didn't resonate with you, you can go on and check out your moon and or rising sign also. And thank you for watching, you guys. Did I say subscribe? Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe if you're still listening to me talk. Okay, that's it. Thank you guys. I will see y'all next time.